Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Hello, dancer friends. My name is Makena Kimani. This is the Kenakona Dance Center. We are about all things dance, and welcome to today's conversation. Our guest today is not a first-time guest. Neither is she a second-time guest. She is a third-time guest. But now you guys know her. This is Irene, an amazing dancer, brilliant choreographer, all-rounded creative. Thank you for coming for the third time.
Thank you for having me. Thank.
Even the last time you did that.
Yeah.
You were
I
gonna
think
be
it's a thing.
as you're being introduced. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For inviting me over and over. For accepting my invite over and over again.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Actually, so the reason I invited you specifically for this is because when we did the conversation, the get to know Irene, which if you guys have not checked it out, check it out. We talk about her dance journey in specific and just how she has gotten to become the dancer that she is, the choreographer that she is, the creative that she is. So check that out. I'll figure out how to put that thing. You know,
yeah,
that
in the link description.
Actually, there's like a thing that comes up there that YouTube does. I'll try and figure out how to do that. But the reason I actually chose you is because when we're having that conversation, you said something that stuck with me, like till today, and I was just like, hey, we were talking about like how freestyling for you is how God kind of showed you that there needs to be some identity, shift.
I would never want to go through that journey again.
But the thing that you say, because I agree, I think freestyling really does show you how, like, where you're at and how you see yourself. Yeah. But the thing that you say that stuck with me. That is what I'm trying to say. Is you said something like, God showed me that this identity stuff that needed to be worked on, that I needed to allow him to work on that. You said allow him, and I said, huh?
Wow! You know that meme? Wow!
Yes. I'm like, allow him, and that just shifted the way because I've been in a season where it's like allowing God to lead my life, and I don't know, it hit me in a way that it's never hit me before. I think because even as Christians, I think there's a temptation to do things yourself. You're like, identity issues, okay, I'll work on it. Yeah. I'll do the thing. I'll go for therapy, and not that therapy is bad. Definitely 100% go for therapy. Yeah. But it's like I'll do it. I'll go and sit with myself until I figure out what is it about my identity.
How though? How would you know?
Right? And so you said allow God to work. Me, I was just like, hey, anyway. Yeah. From that day, I was like, we need to have this conversation, and I need Irene back here, and that is why you're here.
God, thank.
So, in line with that, and in the same breath, what does it mean for you? What does dance and faith together mean for you? Because to me, that's what that meant. Yeah.
I think for me, one thing I've come to understand is everything that we have comes from God. So, it's not the easiest thing to learn. Yeah. It sounds so nice saying
right.
Yeah, but you're a steward of everything that you have been given. So money, I've had to learn that it's not my money. I'm a steward. It belongs to God, but I'm the one stewarding it here on earth. Your talents, your abilities, they come from God. You're a steward. So then I started thinking of the story of the parable of the talents, where this guy was given 10, 5, 3. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, they were not theirs. They were given to steward and multiply and grow them, but they were never theirs. So that's what I came to understand in terms of, that's how I will describe dance and faith. It's, you have been given something by God to steward it, to grow it, to multiply it, to use it to generate wealth, to use it to spread the gospel.
To serve his people.
Serve his people. So it's like he has given you a shovel. He has shown you a gold mine, and he has given you a shovel.
Now you do the thing.
Yeah, now you do the thing. Yeah. So it's not that my abilities, my talents, they don't per se belong to you. Yeah. But you have been given the capacity and the ability to steward them for your profit and for the profit of the kingdom.
What was the very first overlap for you of dance and faith? Because I'm assuming it was not always like this. You said even by the time you were getting to a point where you're like, hey, identity crisis. What was your very first what was that very first time there was an overlap?
By overlap, what do you mean?
I mean, well, let me go first and then you can share maybe yours. So for me, the very first time I saw like dance and faith is dancing in church.
Oh yeah.
So I started the very first time I think I danced was in church during VBS. So we had vacation Bible school, and at the end of the week we would present a dance to the parents. And I remember I used to be so shy. Oh my gosh, we were like 50 kids when we used to sing, and then like if there was a dance team we would do our thing, and I used to have balance in tears all the time. I don't even know why, but I don't know why I was shy. That's why. Yeah, I was scared. I was being seen and perceived.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the very first interaction for me where I was like, oh, okay. And then also in school, I went to a Christian primary school. I went to a very Christian high school. So to me, there was just the overlap of dance and faith, especially with these external factors. And then when I went into college and professional life, now it switched, where it was no longer external factors, where it's, everything is Christian around me. It was, things are not Christian around here, but I still have my faith.
Yeah.
So it kind of switched, where it was no longer an obvious, dance to a Christian song because you're in a Christian school, where you have to dress a certain way, not appropriate, but a certain way.
Yeah.
So for me, that was my very first overlap was when I was a child. I don't remember how old, maybe 6. I don't know. When do you go for VBS? Yeah.
By there, I think.
Yeah, but so that was the first one, and it kind of has gone. It has been present throughout, but then just in different capacities. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that gives you an idea.
It gives me an idea of what. Mine was actually as an adult, very recently, last year actually. When I made the first video, me choreographing to something, and those two behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because first the video was not planned. It was I was in the.
It's usually those unplanned ones.
Yeah.
Usually those unplanned ones.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't planned. There was no script. I was free at the time.
Yeah.
I was not in Nairobi, so I could not. I didn't have like friends to go and chill with. And then I had my camera in my room, and I was like, I think I'm a funny person. I feel like I'm a funny person. So let me record myself choreographing to something, and then I'll keep it in the laptop. I'll be watching it.
Yeah. It was just for you.
It was for me. It was not to be posted. So even when I looked back at it, because I remember in that first video, I introduced myself. So I'm going to call my friend to pick a song for me. It was not a gospel song. And I sipped tea. I like tea. I'm a person who likes tea. So I sipped tea in the video. I don't understand where I got the knowledge to do these things, because it ended up being how all my videos are from then. So I made the video. I edited it on my laptop. I was like, so I'll be keeping it in my laptop. But as I was editing, it was so good. I'm like, amanze acha ni post. But even when I was posting, first of all, I expected guys to be like, I mbono na post videos guys.
Yeah.
Guys loved the video. And I'm like, guys, this is a thing I could do. Because I felt very me. So then like 3 months later, I remember how I ended up shooting the videos. I was in the hotel room and my colleagues were going out for lunch. But I was full, so I didn't need to go for lunch. I told them I'll stay back. When I stayed back is when I was like, let me shoot something now that I have the whole day in the room.
Yeah.
So now 3 months later, I remember God telling me, you remember the day you recorded this video and you decided to stay in the room instead of going out? I'm like, yeah. If you went out knowing you did not even need to eat because you were already full, you would have missed out on this idea, because I wanted you to be in that room, because I wanted to give you this idea.
Yeah.
Because you have been asking me for how do I position myself as a dancer. So this thing got me weak in the knees, because I was like, So how many other times have I been in the wrong place and you have wanted to give me a strategy, and oh my God, I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, thank you.
Like, I'm done with myself.
What that, like, it was such a big realization. I was like, because I would hear people preach and they're like, you know, God can give you a business strategy. You know, you can fast and God can give you an idea.
Yeah.
Hey, me, when I had that conversation, I was like, guy, so kuna zingine mingi nimemiss out juu nilidecide tu kukua place yenye huko unataka nikwe. That was my first encounter. Then, because then I understood he's roped into everything that I do if I allow him.
Right, if you allow him. That word comes again. Me, that allowing. Hey.
Bruh. And that's
actually, I think the topic of this is allow.
Hello, welcome to allow.
Yeah.
That one, it was a huge reality check because I like the videos I make. Man, I love them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Aki, I would have missed out on such a beautiful thing. Aki, no.
But you know, I feel like the thing is, with God's kindness, you probably would not have missed out on it.
Very true.
Because who's to say that you were not supposed to get this idea then?
Yeah.
And so this is like, oh, now I'm keen.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay,
and
that's
so,
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think that's really cool, and it actually ties into the next question. I wanted you to paint a picture for us. Oh, I like saying paint a picture. Paint a picture for us.
You sound wise. I want you to paint a picture.
Paint a picture for us of what your life looked like, or what your dance life looked like before you allowed faith to influence it. And by faith, I mean the Christian faith. Before you allowed God to kind of have a say in, oh, Ati, I sit down, Ati, I do this thing, Ati, I do. What was that like before for you versus now?
Well, for one, I know it was empty because I was looking for myself in these places, and you will not find yourself in certain places. So it was very empty. It was also the thing that would give me self-esteem and confidence was dance, which is, it's okay, but it's not the safest way to do things. So it was very empty, and it was also very, all the time you're just lost. Like you feel like you have no substance because you are
like you keep chasing. It's like, okay, I've gotten this, but it's only fulfilled me for now. I still want more.
I still want more. You've seen these things where there's a meme that was going around that me rewatching my Instagram story to see how people are.
I mean, yes,
that's the thing. Yes. Why are you doing that?
To see, because it looks nice.
Yeah, because it makes you feel nice.
Yes, it does.
So I kept watching, right?
Yeah.
Even me. Yeah. So I was like, I was checking my videos because they make me feel nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so then what if they were not there? What would make you feel nice? So it was very empty, a very unhealthy dependency on a thing.
On other things, okay.
And even the people who would teach me or call me for video shoots. If they would tell me, Alos japenda performance yako, hata hiyo wiki skuli.
Yeah.
I'm like, sikuli,
I don't deserve it.
Oh my God. So it was so empty. I would like to say it was mediocre because I will grow. I'm still a good dancer. I would do really well in video shoots, on stage. I will stand out. I will get compliments. All the things I'm looking for, I will get. But it was still empty. And the thing is, I would see people in movies saying it.
And then it doesn't click. But now it was clicked. Now when you did it clicked.
It clicked. I'm like, even do wanasemanga kwa movie. So when this is versus the time now I've allowed God to work on it. First, I don't heavily rely on it because I remember if a day would go by and a sija dance, I would feel like crap. Now I will not feel good at now the day has gone. I have not danced, but I'm not idolizing it. Right. And I know how to balance because I'm more than one thing. So I know how to create time for dancing consistently, how to create time for reading consistently, how to create time for work So he allowed me to understand how to balance.
Allow.
So now it's balance. It's not, I don't feel like less of a, I remember if I went a week without dancing, in my head automatically I would feel like less of a dancer.
You're like, and you call yourself a dancer?
Imagine, I would be like,
Really?
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 Bruh, and
Try again.
I will just try again later. Oh my god. I tried to self-sabotage. If there was someone I was to meet, I would tell them no. So I think that my mind was playing tricks on me. I will self-sabotage because I feel like less of a dancer. So what I will do is I'll work hard for the next 2 weeks and then I'll call you because now I'll be qualified.
Now I feel worthy enough.
Worthy enough. That's so bad. So pre and post are two very not even lavish. Now I feel like I there's this thing that I really love and I do well, and it does not control me.
It brings you joy, like genuine joy. So I feel like for me, my before and after is similar in that life is lifing, but my reaction to things now is different. So before, like you're saying, I'll be devastated. Oh my gosh. Like and then that's a funny thing because I feel like even for me, when things didn't work out, I'm like, so I wasn't supposed, am I not a dancer then? Am I not it goes from 0 to 100.
Am I in the wrong place?
Yeah. Should I just stop? Can I even dance? I can't even look, I can't even do. I can't the easiest thing. Like I can't even do. It literally goes to the opposite extreme. That it's just, hey. Why
are you so harsh?
There was no grace to make any, like, it's just no, it has to be like this. And then for me, I started dancing, like being serious about my dance when I was 16. And even at that point, I remember on one hand I was so happy and I was like, man, thank God, what ballet, what cool. So like I'm living the dream. But then on the other hand, it's like, God, if you knew that you're gonna put this in me, why would you let me start at 16? Yet this is so late as a dancer, right?
That's another
if you hear all dancers speak, 16 is your guka.
Your guka. Why would you not start at 2?
Why are you even trying to? Like, what are you doing? So I remember just things like that. But now after allowing God to like come and just be in charge of my dance life as well, it's like, okay, when things don't work out the way I want it to, I'm like, sucks. For sure, definitely sucks, but it's like there's a peace about it. It's like, okay, you have something that better aligns with me, to the point where even when I get gigs that get taken away for whatever reason, I'm like, oh man, that money would have been good, something. Right? And also that opportunity would have been something, but it's like, alright, cool, there's probably something better, something that aligns more.
And the thing is, it doesn't feel like because ideally what will happen is when an opportunity is taken away, you think it's your fault.
But also it's like, what did I not do? Is it my
hands? Are they too long?
Like I need to just lock in more because I can't trust. Just give me one more chance.
Give me another chance.
Give me one more chance. I can do it.
Give me fair chance.
I can do it, I promise. Has there been a moment where you have wanted a specific thing, maybe a specific opportunity, this is in your dance life, that you just felt God being like, not this way, we're going this way instead. And it's something that you really, 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 really wanted. And how did you process that and overcome that? And did you give in? Ama did you tell God, just hold on, inipe? Niko nayo. Don't worry. The next one.
Nitaobe next week.
Just give me a chance.
I've been in that, but this was when I was young. I think the one thing I'm learning about life is the older you are, the easier it is to obey God.
Because you have learned. You have learned. You're like, hey.
Now I see why my mom was going for fellowship on Friday. I'm like, hey, I see why. So when I was still younger and I was just fresh out of high school, I was dancing in a crew and they got the opportunity to be on, I think it's called 10 over 10. This show.
On, I think ATN, NTV? I don't know.
I think Citizen. One of those.
Wow.
But one of those. And we were all supposed to go, but at that time I was still under curfew, so I needed to be home by 6. The show starts at 6, I think, or 7. My mom says no, obviously, because curfew, she was very strict. Which now I'm grateful for. So I tried to ask her, I beg her, I'm like, Aki, please, it's such a huge opportunity. Bruh.
She doesn't want to hear about
She does not
it.
want to hear. She'll be like, opportunities you'll get. You come home now.
Yes.
I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And then for a moment I was like, my mom is, yani, she doesn't want me to progress in life.
She's against me. She doesn't
She's against
understand.
me.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get these things.
Mm.
And then eventually afterwards, okay, I'm not showing them, but I heard they were treated really badly. You know, you've seen how dancers are treated when they go on TV or on in corporate spaces. They are treated like nyika ini pale kwa kona mtaitwa. That kind of treatment is what they got. And one of them was so pissed. She actually confronted the host. Yeah. So when I heard that, I was like, okay. I wasn't happy, obviously, but I was like, yes. No.
I missed out on that.
No, I was like, it wasn't pleasing.
Yeah.
But when they told me that, at that time, nilisikia tu
At that time, you're like, in fact, I should have been part of them.
I should have been part of
them. I would have gone and complained even.
Yeah. But then in my head, I was like, even me, I would have complained. But years later is when I was like, by the way, si kila mahali unafaa kuwa. I remember there's a guy who was preaching to us in high school. And he told us, you don't need to be everywhere all the time. You don't need to show up for every event. You can just chill. You can actually sit at home, eat popcorns and watch a movie. You don't need to show up for everything. It was so hard to understand. Because I'm like, no, you need... What are you saying? Connections are not made in the house. Right. What are you telling me? I was so offended. But years later is when I understood why I don't... It's not that event specifically. But I don't need to be everywhere. I don't need to show up for everything. It's not that to be lazy and stay in the house. But you can just chill and an opportunity will find you there.
And I feel like that also goes back to like trusting that what God has for you will find you. Because if you're going to do everything, that means there's really no sense of trust.
I think the one thing people don't say is trusting God is not a smooth journey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People we make it look like
really romanticize it.
God.
Yes.
Man, sometimes there's a lot of character development, a lot of waiting, which it's not easy. It's really not easy. But you get to learn. And the older you grow, the easier it becomes.
To trust that anyway he's for you.
He's for you. That's thing I have to keep telling myself every day. I actually say it every day. He's for me and not against me. Because also I realize in the process of trusting God, you can end up getting angry at God.
Right.
You can end up resenting God. So I keep reminding myself, and even when I feel low or I feel discouraged, I have the conversation with him. I'm like, kwanza nasikia unanibu, acha tukwambie tu kweli. Juu nikisikwambia ndaanza kuform grudge na nikuresent. So hivi ndio na feel.
I feel like for me there was a time, so the time I was in New York for school and I was doing a dance program, and at the end of the program they give you an option to audition for a professional program. So this one was basically for anyone and everyone, the one I was doing. But of course, serious people are going for the professional one. So I'm like, I've come to New York. This is where I'm meant to be. This is the Broadway. So I remember I registered for it. And what happens is the person in charge comes and sees you in class. So it's not really an audition, but they just come and see. And I was like, okay. So you even tell them which classes you want them to come and see. So of course I've given them the classes that I'm thriving. Yes. I'm like, yes, these 2 classes come. So the lady comes, and after that I go for feedback, and she's like, oh yeah, we just think you need some more time. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you, I couldn't believe it. But the funny thing is I don't even think it's funny. It's very serious. The thing is, I knew that I was not at the level of the dancers who were going into that program, but I genuinely believed that God would make it work out for me, because I'm just like, you can't have brought me all the way to New York for me to just me dance for fun in nyumbani. What? It's like, no. I just believe there was like, maybe Sawa, you need more time, but for you, we'll bring you in today. So let me tell you, that devastated me so much. I think I even went offline for like a good, I don't know how many months. That was the very first time I think I've actually taken a social media break. I was just like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I remember, I think we had maybe one more month in this program left, and I remember just being like, I'll just take the classes I'm having. I enjoy. I'm not even going to try and push myself to do CG, what. I'm not like, no, acting.
Yeah.
Put a stretch class. I did not like stretching, but I'm just like, it's easy. Let's get it over and done with. I'm done with this place. I'm done with. And so that's one of the things that I was just like, hey. I remember my sister being like, Makena, what happened? Because the way I changed, I feel like, you know how there's a light that's been turned off?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me. I remember listening to like music on the way to class, and it was like, goodness of God. And I'm just like,
don't tell me about your goodness right now.
I'm just like, but you know what's so interesting? I really knew in my mind performing is the thing that I've been called to do. I felt, I was just like, I want to be on stage. I want to perform. And then, of course, at that time I was thinking, I'm in New York.
Yeah.
Broadway is right there, like, man. What?
Yeah.
And so when that didn't happen, went back home. Even my passport was expiring. I'm just like, it's just time to go back home.
It's a sign.
It's just a sign. Everything is just go back home. And when I came back in 2019, that's when now we
did the show
at In Motion. And let me tell you, we'll talk about this later. But fast forward, that's when like all of these performance opportunities came, and I'm like, okay, God, I really was so upset that I didn't get that opportunity then, but I have it in Kenya, and that's not what I imagined. Me, I was like, oh yeah, I want to perform, and I just thought, of course, I'm in New York, I'll be performing in New York. I'm not gonna be, or in the States, I wouldn't be, in Kenya. So just seeing how he's like, sometimes you might not get the thing you want in the way that you want it, but you'll get it.
And that's a statement I still have issues with till now, and I keep telling God, Aki, I'm sorry, usijam, but niko na swali lingine.
I'm like, just one more, please.
I hated that statement that you don't always get what you want. I'm like, stop telling me. Wow.
And in the way that you want it, sometimes it's like, can I please get it in the way that I want it?
I want it like this.
Way,
is
this
it
way.
so bad? Like what?
Yeah.
So, sometimes I'm like, so what will happen if you give me in the way I want? When you buy uko happy? Man, me I'd get so, and me I think I'm at the point where when I'm having quarrels with God, I think anaitanga hadi malaika. Entertainment. Because man, sometimes I'm like, man, say,
but man, I think, and I like that there's space for that.
Yeah.
That God is not just like, wait.
Yeah.
He's like, no, there's room for that, and like, come and talk to me about those things.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you've submitted your life to me, so who else are you gonna complain to?
Right? No one will get you.
Exactly.
So it's good to have such conversations, and you want to complain. Even Job complained, and he passed afterwards, but I'll complain.
Yeah, for sure. Not a good one.
Yeah, it was a proper one. Akanyamaza. But it was so beautiful to see that kind of relationship. Yes. Mnapashana. Of course, you're not on the same level as God, but there's that conversation. Like, basi, okay, acha basi hata mimi nimwambia vile mimi na feel.
Right. Yeah, I really like what is an experience that you've had since this intentional and conscious decision to like allow faith to influence your dance life and allow God to do the thing he does best? What is an experience that has amazed you and stayed with you since? That until today you're just like, wait, and yeah, God, you came through. Or yeah, God, that was you.
You start, as I think.
Okay, perfect, because I have one. That emotional thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to say it. I always say this story, and I'm going to say it again because I'm just like, it has stayed with me. It's amazed me.
Yeah.
Let me see, I told you after New York, because it was around the same time.
Yeah.
After New York, that was December. I went offline, and I think I went offline before. When I just started feeling, tricky. I just went offline, and like, I don't want to hear about anybody's life. I don't want to see anything. I just want to isolate.
Succeeding.
Yeah. I'm like, I just want to isolate and just figure out what I'm doing with my life. I think it was like a quarter life crisis before I was even 25. Wow. Yeah. But so the way that God orchestrated things that I ended up in the Art in Motion show. The show was amazing, the experience was amazing. But the thing that stays with me is how that happened. I think I was offline. The one day I come online, the one time, or I don't know if it was the one time, maybe here now get a chumbi. But that one time I went online, I saw a post of Art in Motion's last class.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've seen these guys. I've taken a class with them in 2017. So let me take a class. Their last class, why not? Let me go. That class, I'm just going to have a good time. I'm just like, let's dance. At the end of it, the manager comes and tells me, we have a show and we like how you're moving. Would you be interested in auditioning? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? And then I'm like, when is the audition? It's like, no, we've already had auditions. This was the last one, and I think you were there. So me, I didn't even do the first audition and the second one for the callbacks. That's how I auditioned, because I was told, just send a video. We like how you're moving, or I like how you're moving, and I think you would be a great fit. Send us a video.
What?
That night,
that's mad.
That night, I was sent for a video to practicing because I was given a deadline. I think the class was a Saturday. I was told by Monday we need it. I was like, okay. And that's how I became part of it. I got into the show.
Yeah.
Me, I was just like,
Mungu
wangu, gosh. Until today, and that's how I'm like, anyway, what's meant for you?
Yes, what's meant for you?
So to me, that's the thing that has stayed with me. That I'm just like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. That was you, and I saw it, and that
was such a beautiful journey.
Yeah,
I don't think I can think of one significant one except for the thing that happened with the hotel room thing, where I got that idea because I kept watching that video
because that was the first. The one that kind of opened the door to all these other ideas.
Things, because even when I was watching the first video, I'm like, how did I know to sip tea in my video? It's like I did not have a script. I did not have something I was following. I was like, let me just put the camera up and talk,
and then see what happens.
And the thing has given me opportunities to work with brands that I ideally would not be considered to even sit in that room. Let's start there.
Yeah.
It would have taken years. Let me tell you, it would have taken years of work and content, and I probably would have paid for followers. Yani mi sijui ningefika kwa hiyo room aje. So I will say that is the one thing that is the one significant moment. And the other thing that situation taught me was also to learn. Because part of the reason I didn't go for lunch was because I was teaching myself to we had just eaten breakfast and it was a lot of breakfast.
You're like, tumekula tu sai, Jo.
So I remember, it's too much, right? I remember that time I was telling God, I feel like I'm eating too much. I'm trying to either eat one meal a day. How can I control my appetite?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's another thing I learned in the process, because I'm like, I would have gone for lunch. It was Kisumu, so it would have been fish. I'm down for fish every day. I would have gone, but I decided to stay back. So that's another thing it taught me, because I exercised self-control in the process, and it was self-control for food, which is not easy.
Right.
Yes. So I ended up learning another lesson in that process, where how to exercise self-control in the presence of food, on the table of food, because again it will show even when you're going for meetings and what maybe you're negotiating with a brand as a dancer, and you're in a boardroom and they're serving a buffet. Uko na njaa, uende serve kila kitu.
Like, I didn't even eat this morning to prepare for this.
No, I don't take it seriously. Okay, guys, that would be embarrassing. So it taught me something. That will be the one thing.
I love it. I love this conversation we're having. I know we can keep going and keep going, but thank you so much for coming and for sharing. I feel like in this conversation it's very easy to be vulnerable and to like expose things that you're just like, hey. So thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for your vulnerability.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Any final words or thoughts?
The one thing I will say to every dancer, and not just a dancer, creatives, is I believe creatives are very special to God, because even Lucifer, when he was created, he was a creative, was a musical being. So and I believe because of this reason, we're also very vulnerable, and we are also in a position where we can easily be used by the enemy for his progress, or by God for his progress. So it is
like it's very like the line. That line is very close.
So I mean everyone is close to God, but me inakwanga tu my self-centeredness na jamianga creatives, we are very close to God.
Yeah.
So I believe as a creative it is crucial that you develop a relationship with God and allow him to steward you, because what you can create when you allow God to you can scale milestones, you can tap into things you've not tapped into when you just allow God to give you the ideas and to steward and to give you direction.
I can attest to that because and this is about to die, but hopefully it doesn't die, because what I've been doing of late, which is again like you say crazy, even before like I write our blog posts for the Makena Corner, or before I come up with a routine, I've started praying like intentionally before, and I'm just like, God, give me the words, or give me the routine. And let me tell you, the thing I come up with, I'm like, wow.
I know.
Wow.
Like karibia customer. How do you even dance to that? I'm like, hey, let me tell you, ever involve God in your ideas.
And that's probably my final thought. I would just say for creatives, for the dancer friends watching, people who are not dancers, just do life with Jesus, and not just the life that you feel like is acceptable by society. You know, you can feel like dance is there, faith is here. No, do like all of your life.
Do it with Jesus.
Yeah.
How to bant?
Hawezi bant. Yeah. Thank you again.
Thank.
Okay. Wow. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you did, let us know in the comments what you think, what stood out for you. Like, share, subscribe. And until next time, keep creating and sharing. Bye.
Bye.